Okay, there we go. We're good. Welcome.
Thank you.
Again. Ruth and Jessica, you have already met. So I'm going to step aside and let Ruth and you have a wonderful conversation. If you need me to be part of that, I'm happy to interject myself in here and be part of the conversation. But otherwise, it's up to the two of you. So
Great. Well, I mean, especially since we're a small group here tonight, I figured this is somewhat informal, so I don't have a whole speech prepared. Jessica, I figured I'd give you a brief introduction, kind of me and also the Women's Business Center, but then kind of ask you where you're at or if you have particular interests, so I know where to, dive in or best answer some of your questions. So stop me along the way. So my short story, I did not follow a particular path, so maybe that's a good role model, I don't know. But somehow it all kind of has come full circle and tied together. And I'll try and make this rather short and interesting. But my undergrad was psych and sociology, always loved kids, thought I would teach or do social work, but always cooked to pay for my way through school. And so when the big deciding moment came for like, oh, do I do graduate school? Do I go for my MSW? I've always really enjoyed cooking. I actually took the leap and went to culinary school.
oh, nice.
Thinking that I would, and I'm dating myself, so there weren't a whole lot of women in the field. And no one at that time was also really talking yet about like culinary training programs per se. It was like you either became a chef somehow by apprenticing, but there was music therapy, there was dance therapy. I was like, kind of, why not cooking, like as
Yeah.
therapy or as a tool? So long story short, went to culinary school, had some incredible experiences, both in this country as well as overseas in terms of training, and kind of got into the restaurant business, helping to open some, having owned my own. So that's where a little bit of my business startup came from. But always gnawing at me, like I knew I wanted to kind of get back to my roots of more like community, youth, training, helping. I was like, I don't want it to just be putting a plate of food in front of people.
Yeah.
Um, so went off and did Peace Corps as a midlife crisis kind of moment. Both my husband and I went and did Peace Corps. That's a
Yeah.
whole nother long story. Somehow we still ended up being involved somehow with food and business startup, but we were in the former Soviet Union doing small business development. Because I should say, in addition, so a little bit of my business background is obviously the restaurant business. I am that old that there weren't that many women in the field, and so that meant there was not proper fitting uniforms, like chefs wear the white jacket and the
Yeah.
check pants. I mean, now they wear all kinds of stuff, but there was nothing specifically for women. So I started a line of women's chef pants. So in that
Wow.
sense, I didn't do it for very long, but I did it, worked with a designer, worked with a company, did my own press release and got it mentioned like in the New York Times and a couple of other magazines. But I was a full-time chef. And so at a certain point, they did start making them, and I was more concerned about being a full-time chef than doing the pants. But, got some good feedback and it was a good experience. So long story short, since Peace Corps, came back and got another degree, a master's, and kind of even though I would say food has always been a basis, like somehow it comes back to that. I've done nonprofit work as an executive director, and have also consulted to some nonprofit and businesses, because honestly, it's a lot of transferable skills. So when you think about organization, when you think about people skills, when you think about needing to track, the money in, money out, it doesn't really matter if you're a nonprofit or a for-profit, or even a solopreneur, right? Some of the
Right.
basic elements are the same. And so I guess I'm leaping way ahead to what I'm doing now, which is the CEI Women's Business Center. So a teeny bit about that. Coastal Enterprise Inc., CEI, has been around for 40 plus years. Big nonprofit, started at the grassroots in Maine and is still based in Maine, but has really grown over the years. Mission is to help businesses start and grow, sustainable projects, good job development, and then sustainable projects. And under that umbrella is a lot of stuff going on. Some are like very big capital investment projects, and some of those do happen in other states, rural, typically always rural, not always, but under that umbrella is business development, because we want to be sure we're supporting and helping business startup and development. And alongside that is particular to women, because although women make up a big part of small businesses that get started, they still are challenged when it comes to having enough equity, being able to get loans, being able to build credit. And so that is why we still do the work that we do.
Wow.
We don't turn anyone away. I certainly work with men. I was starting with another client this afternoon. He is a man. But our focus is on being available and having our services available for women who want to start or grow businesses.
Wow. Yeah.
So I'll let all that soak in for a minute, but yeah, so that's a little bit about me and what brought me to be doing what I'm doing. Yeah, so I'm able to use my business and I think my nonprofit and kind of bring it all together to help advise and support, God bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, women in a place I now call home. We've lived up here since 2012.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. So
Yeah.
where did you originate?
Well, I originated in New York City, but I've been a Massachusetts resident for, I don't know, 40 something years.
Oh,
So
wow.
Massachusetts, mostly Boston, went to undergrad out in Western Mass. My first cooking jobs were Vermont. So, I mean, New England, I would
Yeah.
say. Yeah.
Wow. Well, that is like a plethora, not sure if I said that correctly, of accomplishments. Wow. I'm impressed.
Thank you. Thank you.
That that's inspiring.
It's just my normal, so it doesn't feel too special. Lots of, everyone has a story. Not everyone is a good storyteller. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure I would be just amazed and shocked at what you get done every day with school
Oh,
and 4 kids. So,
thanks. Yeah,
yeah.
no, that's amazing because not necessarily, I mean, women do seem to have a little more of a challenge in some areas still.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, I was a stay-at-home mom for the last almost decade, and even just telling people that was kind of oh, just a mom, type of thing. And it's yeah, So I do, and I recently divorced, so now I'm kind of up against finding myself and my interests and my goal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I'll do a quick little plug. Um, as you're, thinking what you might want to do, and I can share with you, Valerie, and you can share it however you want. But I mean, you can just Google or look on the website for CEI Maine. But especially the Women's Business Center, we have all kinds of workshops and events posted. Um, the that many of which do not cost anything, and especially during COVID, because we have some special funding. I do, just so you know, um, although now, since everything's virtual, almost everything is open to anybody. But we were doing like a first Friday of the month. I just called it BizFit. So women getting together, we were getting together in person in Machias, but just who are either in business or thinking about business. So that's an opportunity to just, come in and even just hear what's going on. Hi, hi. And then,
Hey,
hi, what's your name?
look,
Lucas? No,
Say it again. What's your name?
Luca.
Luca. Nice, I love
Yeah.
that.
Bed.
Bed.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you're going to bed?
I I hope.
Yeah, so BizFit, and I was just going to mention, we also do like once a month. This year, I'm calling it Blue Stocking Salon. There's a story behind why, but just sharing like basic readings and then having a discussion, kind of like a book discussion group for women entrepreneurs. So I'll send it to Valerie, at least just to point you in the direction. But what we do, I don't know if this is helpful, but just so in case you're wondering, well, so like, what do you do as an advisor at the Women's Business Center? I work with everyone from, people who are panicking because they're all set to get like a commercial loan to buy like a piece of equipment, or, put money down on a rent or for their business. And of course, the bank, the lender says, oh, but like you need your business plan. And they're like, huh? So that's kind of when they come to me. So I help
Okay.
people who maybe even just have an idea, but they're not even sure, like, is this a good idea? What do I do about it? How do I investigate about it? To all the way to like people who are already in business but need those pieces of equipment and like they've never done a business plan. So working with folks at any point on that continuum, from I think I have an idea to, been in business, but I've never done a cash flow, or I don't know how to build a budget. So anywhere along those points.
Perfect. Well, yeah, I am definitely interested in all that because I was telling Valerie earlier, needing flexibility, and I have a few interests. So just kind of trying to see if I can visualize something more coming from my ideas and visions.
Mm-hmm. Like what?
Well, they're kind of all over the place, kind of like yours. I am extremely, hang on, yep, go ahead. Extremely detail oriented and almost a perfectionist. So I enjoy cleaning. So I do cleaning as well. And I also like exercise. Really into exercise and nutrition.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another one. I was thinking of maybe pursuing like a certification on the side for that, maybe starting classes, just trying to make a name for that. And then I also have a passion for psychology and sociology as well.
Great.
So there's, yeah, a few different avenues.
Well, combine the two and you could be the next new Noom or whatever the name of that new program is, which I swear just sounds like Weight Watchers to me, but
Well, I kind of believe in the idea that we don't really need any of those programs. We just need whole foods and exercise, water.
right? Yeah, like eat less, move more. Oh,
Yeah, like eat whole foods, not fast food and stuff processed. But that's
Yeah.
my theory behind it.
Great. Love it. Yep. Yep.
Oh, yes, but I'm just beginning now to envision it all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's funny because I've been saying we need a course or whatever, workshops for folks who are what I call a little bit more right brain. And so I'm working on a plan to do a series probably starting after January 1. So you might be a perfect example for this of, people who either, it doesn't matter, either are in business or are not in business, but have not done a business plan per se and haven't been able to kind of like articulate what it is they want to do. So kind of helping folks who maybe think more visually to plot that out. So I'm playing with some different ideas right now, but like maybe I thought for February we could launch it and sorry, this is more me talking and I should shut up and let you.
Oh, no, that's fine.
But I'm thinking of like, well, easing people into a business plan by maybe doing like a 28-day challenge kind of thing because of February, right? 28 days. And just doing like a prompt per day. And you either respond to it kind of, it could be visual if you're an artist, right? Or it could be through collaging because you go through magazines or clip pictures. It could be in words, but like a prompt a day to get you building up to what a business plan would be or what a vision would be without even calling it a business plan. I want to just create, I want to call it like creating your business, right?
Right.
And starting from a visual. So
oh, that would be fun because yes, that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Yeah. And having people kind of chunk it down. When I say business plan to some people, they're like, oh, it's that terror of writing a
It's
report.
overwhelming.
Right. So chunking it down, I mean, there is sort of a rhyme and reason to it. There is a template for it. But making it more approachable, making it maybe a little bit more fun and visual. So that's the plan. And
Cool.
we'll see, maybe for February, maybe that 28-day challenge is much more visual and informal. And then we take it from there into the next phase of, okay, how can that really inform an actual business plan?
Yeah.
I could see that as a great brainstorming kind of activity or set of activities, because one of the things that I learned when I did the round of the entrepreneur training that we did at WCCC.
Sorry, it's just coconut milk, but I'm drinking while we're coconut water rather.
Go for it.
My cocktail.
Was envisioning what you want to do, and the person who taught the course said something about not going in knowing exactly what you want to do, but kind of looking around and seeing what there isn't, and saying, how come there isn't that, and maybe that's what I should do. And skill set kind of falls into that realm or into that space, then that's a really good opening for you. If there are already 10 hairdressers on your street, you don't want to be a hairdresser, because you just why would you want to do that?
Well, or you want to set yourself apart in such a different way. Yeah. I mean, Dunkin' Donuts is across the block in some towns from Starbucks, right? So people do need coffee, want coffee, and they both survive. So yeah.
Ooh, good.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you said, Jessica, that you're very organized and detail oriented. So does that make you, you mentioned like cleaning, and that's important, God knows. Like, how does that show up in other ways, like in your life? Your detailedness, your sense of organization.
I mean, I don't really know if this is beneficial but like notes, always organizing everything. No, not yet, honey. Give me a second. No, not yet. I mean, little things like that kind of I notice.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that the students in this program do, Ruth, is the World of Work inventory, the WOW. Do you know about that?
No.
Okay, so it's a big long test, and it shows tendencies of where you might lead into and what things interest you, and part of it is that you fill in some of the things that you're interested in, and that's a pretty founding document. Do you remember anything from the WOWI, Jessica, about what it might have steered you towards?
Yes, actually. Hey, Luca, honey. I still have it printed out, but sociology and stuff was included in that, but a lot of business stuff that I don't necessarily have a passion for.
But you'd probably be good at because you're so organized.
Right.
Yep.
But
well, I was just going to say that's an important part of business too, because we're always, as we're guiding clients, it's the importance of recognizing what needs to get done, but not necessarily that you need to be the one to do it all. You know,
right.
That in terms of a business, right? You might be great at doing spreadsheets. I'm just using that as an example, or bookkeeping because you're so detail oriented. But it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be the one doing the books for your own business. You want to have oversight. You want to be aware of it. And there's also, there's working. So another colleague is great. So I'm channeling her right now because she always reminds people you want to work in your business, but you also want to set time aside to work on your business, meaning like how to grow your business. So the marketing, the bookkeeping, all the behind the scenes stuff, even if your business is like a service or product. Anyway, not really related, just came to mind.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, yes, all that would be great to be able to use. Cover your mouth, please. Which, yeah, I mean, and like you said, other people can do it as well for me, but oh my goodness, I just trying to focus here.
I don't know how you're doing it.
It's okay.
And it's also interesting for them because it's like someone new on the screen to watch the yellow cow, lion.
Yeah.
No, I can't even tell.
Like Simba.
Simba.
Yeah. I do have one quick question. And I know I know it's hard for you to focus, but I'm just curious, like what made you head back to school, and what are you I don't know, like most interested in or involved, like coursework? I guess I'm just curious.
Well, I'm really into learning. I really enjoy learning.
You're a learner.
Yeah, I didn't really necessarily enjoy it in my 20s, but I was also preoccupied with everything else. But I now really, I can't get in enough. It seems like I have 2 books going, I have schoolwork going, I have documentaries I'm watching, I have just nonstop. And then I also wanted to further my education and make something of it.
Yeah.
So that I got back into school.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did attempt it twice before and never really make anything of it, unfortunately.
Well, you've been a little busy with 4 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
to say the least.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so just so you know, again, if you, you know, Valerie has my contact information. You know, if you ever just wanted to think it through or had other questions, you know, that's what I'm there for. I'm happy to connect with you at some point when it feels right, or even if you're not sure and you just want to talk it through.
Yeah,
But
no, thank you, because I've been having these ideas really just as of recently, maybe within the last week, and it's just funny that now you show up, more ideas show up. It's just so I'm thinking, yes, I will be contacting or would like to contact
yeah,
the
yeah,
near
great.
future.
Yeah, absolutely. We're, not that it matters, but where are you physically located?
Baileyville.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know Baileyville. Great.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Well, when I was doing my previous job that when Val and I first met, it was I covered territory all the way down from the outer islands up to Princeton. So
Oh, okay.
and Indian Township. So familiar.
Yep.
I was working with the schools a lot. So are you kids in school at Woodland or?
They are.
Yeah, great principal there.
Yeah, Miss Belanger.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Well, I had a lot of fun at that
Yes.
school.
Yeah, well, I'm from Florida. We've been here, or I've been here for 2.5 years now. And while I like the community and the rural setting, it's also somewhat limited.
You're from Florida originally?
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Okay. Like Florida, because there's like a Florida, Massachusetts, but like Florida.
Florida, Florida. Yeah.
Well, God bless you. Yeah, that's
I know.
a big switch.
It
Although
is.
it's a little healthier right now, so stick with it, at least till we get through COVID.
Yeah, it worked out. Well, I would like to, I don't know if this is my forever place, but
Right.
I would like to maybe eventually go somewhere else. But with the kids, I'm not rushing as of yet.
Sure.
Try and better myself along the way and then get prepared for what's next.
Yeah. Well, on that note, I should say, I mean, not that you're ready to necessarily launch a business tomorrow, but with every client meeting we do have, it's important to think about not just COVID, but also like when you start any business, always think about like, what's your plan B?
Right.
Or enough working capital in case, right? Like if it's not COVID, it's going to be something else, whether it's a, you know, natural disaster or the next, God forbid, you know, health medical thing. But believe it or not, I'm working with clients that have been starting or in the midst of doing startups right now, even in the midst of COVID. So.
Oh, wow. I know. It's been an awkward time because it's actually been beneficial for some.
Yeah.
In some areas.
Silver lining for some. Yeah. Anyway. Well, I'm happy
Thank you.
to.
I just have kids screaming.
No, I know. I can hear. Val, do you want to?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to drop out, Jessica? It sounds like you need to.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks. I'll see you next week.
Yep. I'll send you Ruth's contact info and the.
Yeah, and by all means,
Perfect.
when you have a quiet moment, if you want to, just reach out to me by email and we can take it from there.
Perfect. I will. Thank you.
Good luck.
Hi guys. It's bedtime.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good night.
Bye.
Thanks. See ya.
Hold on one second, Ruth, before you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Do you have like a one pager that I can put up for them about what you do?
I mean, the best is right off of our website, really.
Okay. All right. I'll go grab some text from there and put a page for this week, for the class for this week, and let them know
If
that.
you don't mind, yeah, I mean, I guess I probably should. I could take a look, but that's a good reminder. If I am going to start to do more like outreach, but for now, I would just go with what's up on our WBC website. But I could, when I log off here, I'll send you an email. I can cut and paste it into my email.
Oh, that would be so helpful. Thank you. If
Yeah.
you have a photo, throw a photo in there too, so that you're a person.
Yep, will do. That I
all
can
self.
do. I think I know how to do that.
Good. I
Yes.
know you do.
I finally got a headshot that I like. So yes, I'll do
Good,
that.
Good.
Yeah. And then, you know, even if they weren't on tonight, if there's anyone who wants to reach out with questions, that's fine.
Great. I'll make sure.
I'll,
Yeah.
Good. Well, thanks for inviting me.
Well, thanks for coming. I'm so glad you
Yeah.
did this.
Was
Yeah.
that okay? Did I
It was
cover what
fantastic.
you, okay.
It was fantastic. I mean, it really sounded like you created that for her, which was that's the very best teaching. So bravo.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll do that now before I forget then. I'll send you that info.
All right.
Perfect.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
And
sure. Thank you for the opportunity.
see you around campus.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.